This lecture is regarding the key economic terms. Below are 25 introductory terms that are commonly used in the field of economics and which will be used during your studies in economics. Let's start. Bear market. The principle of a bear market is simple enough. Essentially, it represents a negative or pessimistic outlook on a stock market performance, often with such markets falling into a downfall spiral where, where prices continues to drop. Bull market. A bull market represents a much more positive outlook on a stock market's performance compared to a bear market. In a bull market, stock prices either have or are expected to increase. Business cycle. The business cycle refers to the overall expansion and subsequent contraction of an economy over a period of time. As a result, the business cycle is part of the wider field of macroeconomics theory. Comparative advantage, a term attributed to economist David Ricardo. Comparative advantage is a theoretical concept that describes the ability of one party to produce goods and or services with a lower opportunity cost compared to another party or parties. Deflation. Deflation is the opposite of inflation. It occurs when demand reduces, and this in turn produces results such as reduces price. Division of labor. The division of labor describes the process of breaking down tasks so that separate groups or individuals can carry out each task. It is often associated with the production process and overall productivity. Elasticity of demand. The elasticity of demand describes how demand for goods or services increases or decreases when the price of that good or services change. Goods that generally are susceptible to the elasticity of demand should exhibit the following patterns. An increase in the cost of good will lead to decrease in demand, whereas a decrease in the cost of goods will lead to increase in demand. Financial market refers to a market or marketplace where financial assets are bought and sold. A common example of a financial market is a stock exchange. Fiscal policy. Fiscal policy refers to government spending and how it affects the economy, particularly if spending level change. GDP, gross domestic product. GDP is often used as a measure of nation's economic performance and activity. It is usually calculated on quarterly or annual basis. Growth rate. The growth rate is a measure of growth and how it increases over a period of time. It can be used to describe economic growth. Gross domestic product are items such as annualized growth rates for a company. Interest rate. An interest rate is calculated by applying a percentage to the amount of the principal being borrowed. A common example of a principal is a loan or some other form of debt. The amount of interest charged is usually calculated by reference to an annual rate. Inflation. It is in its simplest terms when there is inflation, there is a rise in the prices charged for goods and services. Where an economy has inflation, the cost of living tends to rise. Keynesian economics, developed by the economist John Maynard Keynes. Keynesian economics describes Keynes' economic theories and beliefs, which contained the conviction that government involvement in the economy through spending and taxes could help increase demand and move an economy out of a depression. Law of demand. The law of demand examines how customers' buying habit change when prices increase. Specifically, the theory posits that all other things being equal, when prices of goods increases, the demand for that goods falls. Law of supply. The law of supply states that all other things being equal, an increase in price level results in an increase in the quantity of those goods that are supplied. Macroeconomics. Macroeconomics studies how the economy behave in the aggregate, that is, as a whole. Concept examined in macroeconomics includes inflation, the level of price in the economy, growth rate, marginal utility. Marginal utility refers to the amount of satisfaction a consumer has by consuming a good or services. Marginal utility can be used by economists to gauge how much of a good or service a consumer should buy. Macroeconomics. The opposite of macroeconomics is microeconomics. Microeconomics focuses on how individuals and companies act within an economy and how their behavior also influences an economy. Monetarism. Monetarism is a school of thoughts that centers on the idea that the volume of money in an economy is a key factor in the amount of economic activity and growth. It is a theory that sits in contrast to Keynesian economics. Oligopoly, a term used within the area of market shares. In a monopoly, there is only one supplier in the market, and in a duopoly, there are only two. In an oligopoly, there are more than two suppliers in the market, and the action of the supplier of one supplier can influence the action of the others. Opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is the cost of missing an opportunity in order to take on a different opportunity. An example of opportunity cost can be seen in investors who may have to forego investing in one company in order to invest in another. Stagflation. Stagflation describes an economy that is experiencing slow economic growth whilst also experiencing inflation and high level of unemployment. Stagflation is far less common than inflation or deflation. The invisible hand, an idea introduced by the philosopher Adam Smith. The invisible hand describes the benefits that society at large can enjoy as a result of the action of self-interested individual. The invisible hand was an argument used to advocate the benefits of a free market. Trade barriers. Trade barriers relate to a government policy or regulation that limits or control international trade. Examples include tariffs, trade quota, and